Welcome back. Congratulations on getting this far. The time has come to get on the air. You are about to join the ranks of those actively on the air with CW. This has been the goal of this series to get you on the air and enjoying CW. So, without further ado, let's get started. I think the best way to get started on the air is with a code buddy. So, what is a code buddy? A code buddy is someone you know and are comfortable with. It can be someone that knows CW better than you or someone that is at your level. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that you get on the air without the fear of making mistakes and looking bad. And you will make mistakes. And here is the dirty little secret. We all make mistakes. And guess what? Nobody cares. The next important thing about your code buddy is that they live in a location where you can have reliable comms. If it is somebody in your area, say within 10 miles, you can probably work them most of the time on just about any band. If this isn't the case, it will depend on how far apart you are on which bands you can use. Instead of playing the hit and miss game, it is better to get on the phone and find a band that works for both of you before you start your QSO. Then get on the air and just do it. Exchange call signs and signal reports. Maybe send your QTH, then the weather, or just do a rag tune, shoot the breeze. What you say doesn't matter. You can even just practice sending words back and forth. Whatever it takes to get on the air and operate. After you're done, follow up with another phone call and do a hot wash. Talk about what went well, what didn't. Ask about things you missed. Code buddies support each other and encourage you to continue with your learning. Remember, CW is a journey, not a destination. Another popular way to get started is Parks on the Air, or POTA. POTA is great for starting out as it is a well-defined and simple exchange. It is also easy to find POTA activators using the POTA.app website. You will want to sign up for a free account so you can get credit for the activations you take part in. You can start out by hunting those out there in the parks. Find a spot, tune your radio to that frequency, and see if you can hear the activator. One trick is that you can filter the spots to just show CW and even narrow it down further to a certain band, making finding things quicker. You can wait for the activator to call CQ POTA, or you can wait until another hunter finishes and throw out your call sign. It is a good idea to listen for a while before you try and call out, but if you hear an activator and nobody is answering, give it a shot. Let's talk about the exchange. The activator will usually send something like CQ POTA, this is K4SWL. The hunter will send their call sign. So for me, I would send WV7W. The activator will then send something like WV7W, good afternoon, you are 599, back to you. The hunter would send, Roger, 559, Washington, back to you. The activator will close with something like, Roger, thank you, 72, this is K4SWL, dit dit. So if you hear this closing, you could send your call at that time. Just understand that you may be competing with others, so don't get discouraged if you don't get through the first time, especially if you happen to hear Thomas, K4SWL. He almost always has a pile up. Once you get comfortable with the POTA exchange and make those first few QSOs, you will find this is a great way to get your feet wet with CW. POTA is a ton of fun and has been a gateway drug into CW for many operators. Once you get comfortable with hunting, go find a park and try an activation. That is where the real fun begins. Very similar to POTA is Summits on the Air, or SOTA. This doesn't have quite the expanse that POTA has, but I think that is largely due to the fact that it takes more to get up to a summit than driving to a park. That doesn't mean that SOTA isn't popular, but you typically won't find as many ops on SOTA as POTA on any given day. Most everything is the same from the hunter's perspective. To find SOTA activations, you can go to the SOTA Watch 3 website and get the latest SOTA spots. Then tune your radio and give it a whirl. Once again, once you are comfortable, if you have summits nearby, give activating a go. The one thing I will say about SOTA is I always get more pileups and quicker activations with SOTA compared to POTA. I think that is probably because there are less activators for hunters to go after. The exchange is essentially the same as POTA, so I won't rehash that here. Finally, there is the Straight Key Century Club, or SKCC. SKCC is another great way to get started and can be a lot of fun too. SKCC's only requirement is that you use a manual key, so that's either a straight key, a bug, or a sideswiper, otherwise known as a cootie. With these devices, you have to form the dits and the DAWs yourself. Okay, a bug will actually make the dits for you as long as you hold that side of the paddle, but you have to form the DAWs yourself. I would recommend not jumping right into a bug as they can be kind of complex. I would either go with a straight key or a cootie. I use a straight key myself, but that is because that is what I initially started with. To get started with SKCC, you have to sign up for a free account by going to skccgroup.com and clicking the Join SKCC link on the left. It will take you to a page to enter your information. You should receive an email within a day or two with your SKCC number. Make note of this and display it near your radio as you will use it as part of your SKCC exchange. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the particulars of SKCC here, as that could be a subject for an entire video, which I may do later on. If you would like me to do a video on that, leave me a comment below. Basically, the goal is to work as many SKCC members as you can to work your way up through the ranks from nothing to Centurion, which is 100 unique SKCC members, all the way up to Senator, which takes quite a lot of effort. The exchange is simple, and you may hear something like the following. CQ SKCC, this is WV7W. Then I might hear a call sign like AG7SM, my friend Dave in Seattle. Then I would answer back, AG7SM, good morning. You are 579 Bob, West Richland, Washington, number 5779T. T because I'm a Tribune. Then Dave might send something back like, WV7W, you are 579, David, Seattle, Washington, number 27419. Back to you. Then I would answer back with AG7SM. This is WV7W. Roger and thank you. 73 SK dit dit. These are just a few ways to get started getting on the air. I have two parting pieces of advice. First, don't be intimidated about getting on the air. It is perfectly okay to make mistakes. Everybody does. It is also okay to ask for a repeat by sending again ? You will find most CW ops will be very accommodating to new operators. Second, and this is the most important, have fun. CW can be a lot of fun, but you have to allow yourself to enjoy it and not get wrapped up in trying to be perfect. Always try and improve, but don't beat yourself up if you make a mess of things. It happens. I hope you found this series helpful and it inspired you to give CW a chance. I will continue to add to this series with other topics that cater to the new CW operator, but I need your help. I need to know what you would like to see. So leave me a comment and I will do what I can to answer those questions. So for now, CW on, and until next time, 73.